Hi guys, welcome back to the Progetto Tank Speed and Passion channel. So today I'm opening the new subset of videos on my channel, and I decided to start it with a brand new line of Italian heavy tanks that has been introduced in the game some time ago. And at the moment we will talk about the Progetto 66, which is Italian tier 9 heavy tank. So in this video I will try to share with you my first impressions after playing this tank around like 20 to 50 battles, and making some conclusions about the way you have to play this. So let's see from what it consists of. Well, this is like a tank with auto-loading mechanics, so we have our ammo loading continuously. So it is more or less good enough armored, and from what I've seen during my first battles, not really fast one tank. So let's go one by one through the points. So what about the firepower? So we are having like 40 hit points damage per shot, which is okay for the tier 9, and we have 3 ammo in auto reloading mechanism, where the first one is loaded for the 15 seconds, another one for 13, and the last one for 12. At the moment I don't have my crew achieved the skill of Brothers in arms, so I just placed the ventilation into a game, and also I placed some other tools like to improve my sight for that tank. So reloading is not the fastest one in the game, I would say. The accuracy of shooting it's fine, but the gun is not really accurate enough. Stabilization not really impressive, and the aiming time, which is more than 2.5 seconds, considering I don't have a ventilation, is not making this tank to be, you know, fast shooting sniper like Leopard, for example. In terms of survivability, well, we do have actually 1850 hit points. So that's not too much, not too less, like it's like more or less adequate for the tier 9 tanks. Yeah, and I forget to mention that the penetration of a tank, like 242 millimeters with the regular armor penetration armor. So if we're gonna shoot with our gold ammo, it's gonna be 300 with the top gun. And I can tell you, before you reaching actually the top gun on that tier, it's a pretty pain tank, because with the stock one coming from a previous tank, Progetto 54, and basic penetration with the regular ammo 220, and with the gold one around 242, is not easy to play. Even it's loading faster, it's, you know, it's really pain. But that is not the biggest issue for that tank. The bigger issue is actually our armor. So on the first glance and on the first look, you believe you are armored tank with 195 armoring of a turret from pre-action, and 130 on the hull armor. Looking, it's like the armor is well enough, you know, designed, but in reality it's not protecting you much. And from my experience I can tell you that your teammates is gonna penetrate you every shot. I mean, if you hide your hull and you show only your turret, and your opponent is not gonna shoot the gold ammo, then you can, you know, ricochet something. But as long as you facing the player who is skilled enough, then I would say there is no chances for you to penetrate the thing. So, for example, I can show you, like, assuming we are using like 120 millimeters caliber and penetration 245 with regular armor penetration ammo. it's not the tank that can, block many things. So you see in front we have like 240 of normalized armor, and that is actually not gonna guarantee you no penetration. So depending from a random situation, then your teammates and the same tier opponents like E75 or I don't know, Object 257 or Emil2 is gonna penetrate you, more or less. I'm not talking about when they're shooting the gold. They will do with the gold like every shot. Also, you can see even in the top panel, you see we are gonna be penetrated also for 92% with such a caliber. And if we are, in the clutch, and then if we are closer, then you see it's with a better angle for our opponent, it's gonna be penetrated every shot. Also, the backward thrown position when you assuming like trying to hide your front, top, and the bottom plates from enemies. You have to stay on the crazy angles in order to not be penetrated. A little bit more, you move your tank, and then you are gonna be an easy target. So it's not the gameplay that you wanna play if you just hide your tank behind some wall or some building and try to do the things. Not gonna work. And this plate is actually become penetratable whenever you are showing it under the proper reaction to your enemies. So not impressive armor, I would say. It can protect you from a tier 6 or tier 7 tanks, or probably tier 8 tanks as well, who is not skilled enough. But I would say the skilled player with a tier 7 good gun and a penetration 200 and a little bit more, or around it, is gonna penetrate you every shot. So do not count that you are not penetratable, don't think you are the mouse. So the game plan should be more or less the same as for the Italian medium tanks when you are like a killer who is acting from a bush. And don't think you are a frontline tank. So after like 10 or 15 battles when I tried to apply my usual way of gaming and pushing the directions, I've realized that well it's like it's losing way of using this tank. Another one problem for that tank is mobility. So actually it goes by default with a 600 horsepower engine in the stock one, and the top one with 690. So on the stock one you are moving like T95 or like a mouse, and traversing speed is terrible, and it's like the tank when you decided to go wrong side, there is no chance you can change your mind. So it's like if you move, that like in the mouse case, whenever you move there is no way to change your mind in order to do a change to a battle. So that's why I would probably consider that some of you would like to put some turbo tuning on the engine and improve mobility of that tank, because it's really slow one, especially during the stock time. So therefore, and also it's not invisible beast, so it's spottable easy enough, and that's my opinion. Without the extra device and an extra equipment to make the hiding better, it's not gonna work for you to actually assume you are invisible like T67 for example, or some tank destroyers. So in general I would summarize, this is a good tank with continuously reloading mechanism. So and you should be good on fighting from a second line. So you are supporter, you are not the one who is breaking the enemy defense. So you should play behind your opponents, and 1-to-1 you will probably lose to your opponents of the same tier. So for example, like Object 257, one of my favorite tank, has got like penetration equal to 148 and damage per minute equal to little bit more than 2000. So we are having the same DPM, But assuming we are only shooting the last one ammo, while other two are loaded. But if it's not, then if you have like 15 minutes per 50 seconds per reloading of single ammo, so you just can do like 4 shots per minute, and you will cause only 1,600 hit point of damage, which is definitely not enough to be really success on it. So guys, I decided just to show you the another one battle I've played this tank, and this is example of how would you probably like to play this tank. So this is LiveVox, and here I've decided to play you know, really accurately, considering the way this tank is developed. So as I mentioned, this is not like frontline tank. You don't want to push hard, and that's why I decided to go to the village and try to capture like heavy tanks who is gonna move to the city. Another one choice would be probably to go on the rails on the left side and try to use my gun depression, which is like minus 9 degrees. It's more or less good enough, but my impression is that I'm gonna be more effective here from an ambush and shooting like easy targets. So that was my decision on that map. Also keep in mind that the speed of the shells on that top gun is around like 1,000 meters per second for armor penetrating ammo. Not impressive speed, so for gold one even less, like 800 or something. And here is my first target, and I was lucky to hit like object 257. So I like that kind of positions where you are, you know, at the very beginning of a battle can do some easy and free of charge damage. So you see like my opponent of Progetto 66. Thank you very much, let me unload my 3 ammo and you know, earn like 1,200 hit point of the damage. So this guy looks like not learned good enough how to play this tank, and was easy target for my teammates. Well, looking on the map, looks like we're gonna lose rails. Our medium is going back, and looks like gonna meet the opponents coming there in the city. Our heavy tanks like E7 279 is looks like gonna take the control of it, and I'm making the decision that probably it's good idea to spot a little some other side, but here's like, you know, light tank is unexpectedly coming, 390. So I decided like just to wait a little until we will resolve all the problems with this light. So my auto-loading mechanism loaded all 3 ammos, and I'm ready to shoot. I just need to figure out like which one target is gonna be the good one choice for the moment. So I'm going down a little with the hope that I can probably hit FV 215, but looks like not. And then I can see that 390, this light beast has decided he's like, you know, having like 7 lives, and I've decided to use my luck and try to cut it. Unfortunately he's hiding, and I was spotted earlier, which is not a great thing for me, but fortunately my TDs is able to hit this guy, and yeah, I'm keep using my position, and I decided to spot my lake at the moment, because I can see the T30 is on place, and I can probably do a good job by spotting for him. So looks like the guys in the city is pushing good enough, and PV 250 is gonna be an easy target soon, in my understanding. So I keep the position and watching what is going on. So on the rails everything is more or less stable. The enemy is not pushing anymore. So it's a good time to try spot the lake and see what is going on here. Fortunately, I was able to get the position and not being spotted, which is good news for me. And I know there are gonna be several TDs, and you see like Optic 704 become an easy target. The first shot I was fast enough, but with the second I take this guys out to the hangar. So all is good so far. As you can see, I did like 2000 hit point of damage, and it wasn't hard enough, but as long as you are playing like really secured manner. So as I said, and as you saw, I was hiding all the battle, and I'm gonna keep doing this at the moment. So yeah, I'm not gonna push at the moment, and just waiting what is going on, because it's not clear when the guys on the rails gonna push and whatever our city guys will go. So you can see the pattern is demonstrating initiative at the moment here, and he's moving in front of me, which is good. So I hope I will be more helpful when I'm unloading my 3 ammo. And yeah, so what do we have? Another one volunteer for a few shots from me. Thank you very much, Centurion71. So plus 800 hit point of damage. You see the pattern is keep pushing, but I'm stick to my bush because it's really convenient. I can easily, you know, load my ammo, and you see the enemies is keep being my easy target, so why not? But then I decided it's time to support the pattern, who is being terribly hit by PV 215 and was penetrated actually for almost all his HP, and I covering him from the grill, who is really want to cut the pattern, and the price is fabulous. So he thought it's gonna be easy target, but the pattern is alive and the grill is not anymore. So yeah, it's time to move, because I can see that on the rails our guys are pushing other sides, and those enemies who stick on the base are gonna be surrounded and easy targets. So once again guys, this is like best gameplay in that tank that I've learned so far. I did play it many battles, and not all of them was so nice and success like this one. I should be honest with you, I'm not really successful with this tank. But yeah, it's still experience. I've learning how to play against this kind of a tanks. So yeah, it's gonna be the tank that you will play from ambush, more or less, if you want to be success, and from a second tier of vehicles on the map. After somehow unexplainable behavior, I can see my mates in the city is either killed or move away from there. So I decided to go behind 60 TP Poland Beast, and yeah, because this tank is good enough armor to penetrate him from front projection, and I think he's gonna be an easy target for me from the backside, because he's only alone left, and the artillery. So yeah, and I was right, he's here. And first shot I'm not penetrating, amazing, but that is the fact. So the second I penetrated, and yeah, we won it. And yeah, good enough damage for that battle, like 4,365 hit points. was good win. And well, yeah, let's see what do we have in respect this battle. So yeah, I was able to achieve some medals, as you can see here, and I made good enough amount of damage, and I spotted plenty of guys. So yeah, it was a good battle. But as I said, I used to play kind of aggressive approach and pushing, and this tank is not really suited for this gameplay. So that's why entire line for me is not going to be favorite one. Probably the tier 10 one is going to be better for my gameplay, but I don't think so at the moment, to be honest. So I've spotted a lot of damage being caused with my assistance, and I did good damage from my side. So accuracy of a gun, as I said, is not impressive one, but it's okay, I would say. So major issue of a tank is it's being slow, and the armor is not that good that you can use it, like for example on the tanks like Super Conqueror having the you know, his hole under the some object on the map, but this is a different kind of a tank and you cannot play that way. So find good position, do not push, and always rely on your teammates. So you are not a single soldier who can win any battle. So good luck guys, and enjoy the brand new Italian line, and we'll see you later in our other videos. Thanks for watching. I'm looking for your likes and your comments and subscription for my channel. You will see more and more videos based on your support.